You ready for an hour? But
I am. Are you? Please.
Actually, for example, just taking two TV series and feature film.
Okay.
The concept of producer is quite different between
For TV series and
yes.
feature film.
Yes. So we were just talking about this the other day, actually. So, like, for example, in a feature film, if you put a large sum of money into a production, you're probably going to be called an executive producer. But there's also an executive producer that's creative. You can have Steven Spielberg would be an executive producer and a director.
What would be his job as an executive producer?
He would sign off on the final budget. So he would help make those decisions, especially when people get famous, they're usually going to be a producer as well. And and then of course you have lots of other types of producers, associate producers and co-producers and supervising producers. Quite common is line producer, which in a feature film is really the person who's in charge of the budget.
The line producer.
The line producer. I like to think of it as like they're in charge of every line of the budget.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But then if you take TV series, these are quite different. So writers are producers. So an executive producer will be the lead writer. And there's usually just one non-writing executive producer who will be the director's producer. And so almost all writers in a writer's room will end up with some sort of producer title. So executive producer is quite different. It's not like the money person.
Meaning that they have a say in the crafting of the film?
Yes, absolutely.
As a producer?
Yes, much more creative than an executive producer on a feature film, which is more about the money side and organization.
The mechanic of producing.
And so, for example, you'll have a showrunner in TV, and the showrunner is like the person that's originally the vision for that TV series. And then almost always a writer and or a director. So in our current project, our showrunner wrote 2 of the episodes, directing 2 of the episodes, looks after the creative of all episodes, and is a producer. So doing multiple things as a showrunner.
The showrunner.